Hey guys, what's up? This is Skillmatic Wayne here. As you may know, it's been a long minute since I've made a video. And you've probably wondered, where did Skillmatic Wayne go? Well, no need to fear. I am now on the road. I have made a sudden career change. As you do know, the economy has shifted. Especially in the state of Florida. Jobs just weren't popping the way they should, and the career that I was seeking in the film industry required a little bit of cash. If you don't have cash, you just won't make it. You're going to fall down on your face flat. So I decided to seek out a career in trucking. And let me tell you how I got here. First things first, I went through a website first. I didn't know exactly how to be a trucker, but I did see a sudden abundance of trucking jobs, and I wanted to be a part of that. You do figure in life, how did the things get to the store? The food, the products, the big things, cars, anything and everything. All the different foods that you see at, grocery stores or clothing or, automobile parts. How did it get there? It didn't just walk on its own 2 feet to the store, did it? Big rigs. Yep. The people in the big rigs. That's how that stuff got to the store. I've earned a lot of respect for, the truckers. As a kid, I did not realize the things that truckers go through, the mistreatment that they get on the road, the lack of respect that they have on the road. Which, if you do know a trucker, give him a handshake, give him a hug, tell him thank you. Because after all, they did deliver the things that you have. And on that same note, if you are in a job, if you are single, and you have a clean background, no criminal activity, you ain't a crackhead, you ain't doing no drugs, you're a good individual, good background of work history, good driving background history, didn't cause a lot of wrecks, no DUIs, I would highly suggest that you seek a career in trucking. Now, I'm the research kind of guy. I did go to a CDL school. There was one on the website, Driver Solutions. That one was in Little Rock, Arkansas. And for me in the age I was, I moved out, got out of mom's house. And most of you, in this economy, may live with mom, may live with dad, family, roommates, whatever. If the job that you're at just isn't cutting it, and you want to get out of there, and you want to try something new, I highly suggest to get into trucking. Highly suggest. You're going to have a blast. Absolute blast. And you will know what I mean when you get there. So, when you go to a CDL school, you're probably going to have 1 million companies walk through your CDL school telling, join this trucking company, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you do your research. Find out what works for you. Obviously, money. Some of it is time, some family. But if you're a single male, just like myself, no direct family that you've created yet, I highly suggest, if you want to thicken your wallet, get into trucking. Now, Stevens Transport. Stevens Transport was one of the few companies that did not visit us. But I did do some online research. I had a forum. We went to thetruckersreport.com. And that's where I found out the real deal Holyfield about Stevens Transport. They are there to aid the new, to train the new, to make them become a professional truck driver. They are there to walk you through everything that you need to be successful. After all, Stevens Transport is a business. They want to be successful, and they do have a reputation to uphold. As you can see, I bought this hat because I like to wear my company around because they're a really cool company. They helped me out a lot. They got me in my own truck. This is like my own house too. And one day when I get around to it, I'll clean this bad boy up and we'll do a episode of YouTube Cribs. When you become a trucker, things become messy very quickly. Sometimes. I don't know. But I do want to share with you some things here. As you do know from my previous YouTube channel, or actually for this YouTube channel I should say, I am a filmmaker. Remember this? The NEX VG10. I'm not going to give up my passion. I love to film things. I like to be an editor. But I will tell you this right now. With the crap top that I have right now, unfortunately I could not bring the Hackintosh on this rig because there's just no space for it. When I get enough money, I will buy a MacBook Pro so I can start using this for better quality videos. So I don't have to be holding my iPhone 5 like this. And you may wonder, why are my eyes going all crazy? Because of bright lights. My eyes don't like bright lights. They go side to side and all that kind of stuff, but don't look into that too hard. But back on topic. Stevens Transport is the way to go. If it wasn't for Stevens Transport, I probably would not be right here. I can't tell you where I would be at, but I have been very, very successful. When you first go with Stevens Transport, you will submit your application through your CDL school, and then also do a follow-up, just like you would do any other job application. Say, hey, Stevens, sent over an application. I just want to have you look into it. Then you'll get a call from a recruiter. They'll set you up time and date. Then you hit the road, Jack, from wherever you are, and come to Stevens. I went from Florida to Dallas, Texas. That was my first moving out experience. It's probably the best thing that's ever happened in my life. One of those life-changing events. You will then be in an orientation class, a huge room of people, in which I do advise, when you do become a part of Stevens, when you do make it to orientation, make friends fast. The reason you want to make friends fast is following your 5 weeks out with an on-the-road trainer from Stevens, which I will say, make sure that your trainer does cover everything, any questions that you may have, that you know how to perform this job to its fullest. If you have a trainer that's, Sorry, I had to cut the video. The video ran out, so I had to cut and paste 2 segments together. But anyways, yeah, your trainer is there to be a mentor. Granted, he is not going to be your friend in all cases, but if you can make a friend, that friend will go a long way. Because if you have questions down the road, you have someone there to help you out. The more people you know, which in this industry, you're going to have some pretty helpful truckers out there. You're going to have some real tough ones out there too, that'll give you a hard time. Just let them go over your head. Don't let them get into you. They're just angry truckers. So anyway, once you make friends fast, get to know people, you will be put with another student, hopefully your friend or, or confidant or buddy or whatever you want to call it that you met in orientation. You're going to have orientation 2. Both of you will be on a truck together for 21 days. After those 21 days, you will be solo. So, that's why I say make friends fast. Stevens is a really good place to start. Highly recommend it. And with that said, let me show you some stuff I have here. I have a Stevens cup, if you can see that. Because I decided to contribute my filmmaking with Stevens, because I don't want to give up my passion. I like to video vlog. I like to video things as it goes on. I also have their social media cup, their mug. Now, drinking coffee in this while you're driving is not advisable. I would do this when you're sitting at a truck stop. Yeah. Yeah, that traffic this morning. Yeah. So yeah, it's a glorious cup given to me by the social media guy of Stevens. Stay connected. And I did come up with a little jingle. This may be lame, but I created it myself. If you got no job... Oh, I'm sorry, I messed it all up. Let me try again. I'm not a good singer. This is not American Idol either. Let's try that again. When the economy's bad and you got no job, who you gonna call? Call Stevens! Yeah, give them a phone call. Ask them what they can do for you. How they can help you seek out a career in truck driving. Now, you can go 2 ways. You can go through the entire Stevens program. They have their own CDL school alongside the orientation. Or you can do like I did. I lived in the state of Florida, and there was an actual CDL training school in my backyard. So I decided, since I was real penny pinched, to go to the one in my backyard. And Stevens will pay off your tuition, because they do have tuition reimbursement. So I highly advise to go ahead and go seek out a career in this. Now, if you are a little bit tight on the money, there are government programs that can help you out in the process. Now, when you go to some of these CDL schools, some of them require, a $50 background here, and then require like $5,000 up front, whatever. If you can't afford that, try giving Stevens a phone call. They're in the business of making money. I believe they will just put it on your tab, and then you just have to put the time in to pay that off. Probably about 2-3 years or whatever, probably 2 years, just to pay off everything. And in those 2 years, you will gain experience as a trucker. And as you gain experience, you can try different things. You can be a company driver. You can be a lease owner-operator. You can be an owner-operator. And you can also do training. You can also train other people how to become a trucker, a Stevens safe driver trucker. So, you can visit Stevens online, stevenstransport.com. And let me tell you, Stevens is the way to go, because I checked out, they have a Stevens radio station. You have to use Live 365 app. And just listen to the stuff that they have on there. There's people who had nothing and came into money working for Stevens. Or may have been homeless and came to Stevens and started a whole new life. Highly recommend that you listen to their radio station. They have some real helpful tips. I listen to those helpful tips as well. I use it through my iPhone and then plug it into the auxiliary radio and just listen to the tips that they have to, offer to you. Things you may have, let go over your head, because they're going to fill you up with a lot of information. And make sure you take a lot of notes. A lot of information is going to be repetitive. It's good to be repetitive because it gets stuck up here, but writing down helps out a lot. So check out Stevens Radio. Also check out Stevens Transport Video, their online YouTube page, Stevens Transport. Also check out their Facebook page. And like I said, give them a phone call. And if you are watching this video, and you do go with Stevens Transport, let them know that Skillmatic Wayne sent you. Hey, we may even see each other in the yard. Hey! Like Skillmatic Wayne, I just want to say thanks. Share the experience. I may even get you on video to do an interview with you to see where you came from, to share your experience with everybody else. I mean, after all, it is a job. And I will say this. What other job could you think of will pay you to go all over the country to see the most amazing things that you've never seen in your life? Pay you. All you're doing is pick up, deliver, pick up, deliver, pick up, deliver. I mean, there's some other things too. I mean, you're going to learn how to, pre-trip your truck, learn mechanics, keep things, run the way they should, government laws, trucking, all kinds of good stuff. But in the end, you're seeing some amazing things. I've been to places I've never been before in my life, never seen before in my life. Every day is a new learning experience for me. And I want you to also have that same experience as well. So if you're stuck in a dead-end job, or if you're stuck in mom and dad's house, or roommate's house, brother's house, and you want to get out, call Stevens. They're one phone call away. They will help you get your CDL if you do not have it. So I highly recommend it. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I got to get ready. I'm currently in Sioux City, Iowa. I got to get ready to prepare for my trip. I'm going to be going to Massachusetts. So I will keep these videos updated. As you see, I did say in an earlier video, I believe, I did get a little bit got a little bit more thicker in the food department. I got fat. Whoops. So I will be going over that, how to stay in shape. And I'm going to put a progression on myself to show how fat I am now, and then do it later. And show you around my truck once I get it cleaned up a bit. And give you some tips and tricks and things you may want to bring with you, once you come to Stevens, and all kinds of stuff. And I'll answer questions and stuff like that if you have, in the little comments box. Go ahead and give me a comment, question, whatever you want to put down there, and I will see you guys later.